Good morning, everyone. Hey, welcome to Morning Jen. Big show today. My question to present to you is this. We all know that Donald Trump is a crook, and we all know that he is a con artist. And the only question left is Donald a coward? Donald Trump is afraid, apparently, of debating Kamala Harris. Let's look at what he recently said to try to get out of the commitment he made to debate her on September 10th. Listen to this.
We'll wait. But because they already know everything. She wants to defund our police. She wants no bail. She wants no cash. You kill somebody and we're going to release you immediately. They call it cashless. By the way, this has been a horrible thing for our country. This has been what I just said. But we know where she is. She wants high taxes.
Well, they're going to say you're afraid of debating her. That's what they're going to say.
Well, they said that with Biden, too. I was afraid. I did great with Biden, and I did great in every debate. I've had a lot of debates.
But you're winning on all the issues,
but,
right?
I'm leading in the polls by, I think, a lot. I don't know. I hear different numbers. But I'm leading in all of the polls. I'm leading big in all of the swing states.
Okay. He didn't answer the question. Whether or not he debated Joe Biden is irrelevant to the question that Laura Ingraham was posing, which is, are you going to debate Kamala Harris? He is obviously afraid. And also, I want to point out that this interview was from 2 days ago. And did you hear the last thing Donald Trump said? Indeed. He said that he was leading in all the swing states. Obviously, that was important to him. It was the reason he gave for not needing to debate her. Let's take a look at those numbers. As of yesterday, I've got them for you. Donald Trump was closing the gap. You can see this. Kamala Harris was closing the gap vis-a-vis Donald Trump in all of the swing states. And this is small. So I'm moving in close. We have here Georgia, and Harris is leading, right? We have Nevada and Pennsylvania. And we've got, every single state, Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan. Look at that gap. North Carolina and Wisconsin. So if Donald Trump's reason for not debating Kamala Harris in September, like he is supposed to, because she is the presumptive nominee, there is no one who has enough delegates now to contest her. That's what we know. And between August 1st and August 5th, so beginning tomorrow through Monday, that's when they're doing the virtual roll call. She will be the nominee even before the convention, and he is too scared to debate her. And no wonder. Now, I want to hear from her, and I want to show you exactly why he must be shaking in his shoes at this point, in his shoes that have the lifts in them, because he is not only a coward, but he is incredibly vain. Let's take a look at last night's welcome to Georgia that Kamala Harris offered when she walked on stage. People who were in Atlanta could not get in to the venue. If you look at the photos online, if you look at the videos, there were thousands of people who wanted to get in who could not. Let's look at how people welcomed her to the stage. You cannot manufacture that energy. That is real. We all feel it. You feel it even this morning, even the morning after. But we're focused right here on this top story, on the question of whether and why Donald is chicken. Donald wants to dodge the debate. And it was a topic last night. Let's see what the host, two of the people welcoming her, the senators from the state hosting this event. We have Senator Warnock and Senator Ossoff. They were on stage, and here's what Ossoff had to say about Donald's fear of debating Kamala Harris.
And so pleased to join you. And on the plane down here, Senator Warnock and I were talking about this. Don't know if y'all heard about it, but apparently Donald Trump is too scared to debate the vice president. Too scared.
They're chanting, too scared, too scared. There's more.
Now, I don't know if y'all remember this from back in 2020, but I know about having an opponent who's too scared to debate. And let me tell you, Atlanta, the candidate dodging debates is the candidate who is losing.
So, okay, we've heard from Donald the lame-ass excuses he's giving for not debating Harris. He says we already debated Joe Biden. He's saying we already know where she stands on the issues. He's saying he's winning in the polls. Okay, irrelevant that he debated Joe Biden. Irrelevant that he's lying about her positions on the issues. People want to see a debate. People would pay money to see a debate between the two of them. Trust me, you put it up on pay-per-view, people would pay. If you could let people in, as opposed to the debate that happened in Atlanta, it would be incredibly crowded. Everyone wants to see this debate. And the third reason he gave was because he's leading in the polls, he doesn't need to. That's also not true. Now, let's hear from Kamala Harris herself, because what I'm about to show you, whether you have seen it or not, is going to be one of the most iconic moments in election history, not just this year, but forever. So it's gold. So get ready, get your coffee ready, sit back and enjoy.
Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
I want to play that again, because again, it is iconic.
Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
Do you feel that? That is it resonates with Gen X especially, and I know technically she is a boomer because she was born in October and she needed to be, she's born, a few months before the cutoff. But at any rate, the point here is she's taking no guff. And what she's saying is what we've seen with Donald Trump all the time. He'll talk to the press. He will send his surrogates out in front of a courthouse to lie. He will do everything. But when it comes down to really facing the music, he runs scared. He didn't testify in his criminal case, right? He was afraid to do that. He did not sit down with Robert Mueller like he promised. He is afraid. And what he will do is he will talk trash. He will lie about what Harris stands for. He will lie about what the Democratic Party stands for. He will even lie about his association with Project 2025, saying he doesn't know anything about it, has no control over it, but somehow he can shut it down. Somehow he doesn't want it to exist, but he's going to use all the names listed in there to field his staff if he comes into office? Really? So Donald Trump will lie and spew nonsense and try to insult Kamala Harris and say she's low IQ or whatever the hell he is saying about her, and just then lying about her policies in terms of her positions on, cash bail and anything else and how that is actually something good, not something bad, etc., etc. But he's afraid to debate her. She's saying, come, tell me to my face. That is a challenge. And if he does not step up and debate her, he will feel like he has lost his manhood. Seriously, he has to step up. Now, I just want to make it absolutely clear here. This was not all just, throwing insult and shade and a lot of applause and Megan Thee Stallion singing and people fangirling. Harris showed her policy chops as well and demonstrated the distinctions between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, in particular between her positions and Donald's on immigration. So I just want to play you this excerpt so you can actually see policy-wise where we stand as Democrats, why, if you aren't one, you should support Harris, and also what you could expect to see if Donald actually shows up at a debate. This will not be like June 27 in Atlanta. Atlanta yesterday will show you what a debate would look like on ABC News in September and why Donald is shaking.
Transnational gangs, drug cartels, and human traffickers that came into our country illegally. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it. Where's Quavo? So look, our administration worked on the most significant border security bill in decades. Some of the most conservative Republicans in Washington, D.C. supported the bill. Even the Border Patrol endorsed it. It was all set to pass. But at the last minute, Trump directed his allies in the Senate to vote it down. Right. He tanked the bipartisan deal because he thought it would help him win an election.
It's true.
Which goes to show Donald Trump does not care about border security. He only cares about himself. And when I am president, I will work to actually solve the problem. So here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law and show Donald Trump what real leadership looks like.
So you get the feel for that. She is obviously looking very presidential, sounding very presidential, and being very clear on the issue. So I think we've established that he is chicken, but that he's going to have to debate her. It is a catch-22 for him. If he shows up, she will crush him. And if he doesn't, she and everyone else will relentlessly mock him. And to put a point on it, it's really weird that he just will trash talk her and is afraid to say it to her face. Now, the next thing I want to bring up for you is what is going on in terms of the VP choices. Yesterday, we learned that Kamala Harris plans to announce her VP pick before Tuesday. And I emphasize the word before, and that on Tuesday, she will embark with this VP on a multi-state tour when she kicks off the announcement, and it will begin in Philadelphia. This has made many people speculate that her pick is going to have to be Josh Shapiro, right? The governor of Pennsylvania, but not necessarily, folks. I believe the reason why they said that she will announce before Tuesday is that the virtual roll call where the Democratic delegates are voting begins August 1st, and I think it closes on the 5th. So it closes on Monday. So it makes sense that she would wait until everyone's voted and then make the announcement. Now, we shall see who it is. I don't want to speculate anymore. I know that I trust her and her campaign because everything she's done up to this point has made sense, and she will continue, I believe, to make good choices. And we will be a coalition supporting her because the alternative, of course, is complete madness to let Donald Trump anywhere near the Oval Office again. Now, my third news topic today relates to the Olympics. And some of you probably have been watching obsessively and others just here and there. And I was drawn in particular to one of the American athletes. Her name is Alana Mayer. And you might know her because she is a player on the U.S. women's rugby team. And I saw her on social media, and I was really impressed with what she had to say. So I'm going to show you a clip, and I'll talk to you about it on the other side.
Officially start today. I want you all to take a look at all the different body types on display. All body types matter. All body types are worthy, from the smallest gymnast to the tallest volleyball player, from a rugby player to a shot putter and a sprinter. All body types are beautiful and can do amazing things. So truly see yourself in these athletes and know that you can do it too.
So I thought that was really positive. And then I came to find out that there is a reason for this. And there's a history. So let me show you the history, which she explored also on social.
This comment, I think you were trying to roast me, but this is actually a fact. I do have a BMI of 30. Well, 29.3 to be more exact. I've been considered overweight my whole life. In middle school, elementary school, high school, I was always considered overweight. I remember vividly one time in high school, I did turn in a physical to the office, and right at the bottom of the page, it said overweight. And I was so embarrassed to turn that in and to have that written there. So my whole life I've been this way. I chatted with my dietitian because I go off of, facts and not just what pops up here, like you do. And we talked about BMI, and we talked about how it really isn't helpful for athletes. BMI doesn't tell you much. It just tells you what your height and weight and what that equals. I've said it before, I'm 5'10", 200 pounds. And I have about, and this is an estimate, but about 170 pounds of lean mass on me. Do that math in your head, you probably can't. That's pretty crazy, right? And that BMI doesn't really tell you what I can do. It doesn't tell you what I do on the field, how fit I am. It's just a couple numbers put together. It doesn't tell you how much muscle I have or anything like that. So, yeah, I do have a BMI of 30. I am considered overweight. But alas, I'm going to the Olympics, and you're not.
Okay, I love that, right? And if you saw that was someone had posted something on her TikTok, and then she commented on it saying, trying to say she's fat or trying to diminish her value. And as if being overweight, whatever the whatever the ratio of your lean mass is to the fat on your body, who cares? And the bottom line is she's going to the Olympics, and let's see how she, as she said, let's see how she did. Amazing, because thanks to her team, this is the U.S. women's rugby team, won a bronze medal. So I love that message. Be who we are. You be you. I'm going to be me. and we should support each other and excel in the things that we love to do. And anyone trying to, especially body shame a woman or try to bring her down, it's all part of the same weirdo, creepy thing that seems to be prevalent ever since MAGA has risen to power. Let's put an end to that misogyny. Which brings me to Crazy Town. Folks, Crazy Town almost speaks for itself. So I got to play this clip for you. It's Jesse Waters on Fox News freaking out yesterday because he knows that a lot of men are going to vote for Harris. This is in direct response to what we spoke about yesterday, which was, remember this, the white dudes for Harris Zoom call that raised, and I'm probably going to forget, I'm going to tell you it's $4 million, but I might not be exact. And everyone is flipped out about this because, getting that demographic to wake up and say, wait a minute, I don't want to be associated with this creepy weirdo MAGA guys. My masculinity isn't threatened when a woman is successful. That's what these guys are thinking. And that kills Donald Trump's chances. So let's listen to Jesse Waters.
Any man would vote Democrat. It's not the party of virtue, security. It's not the party of strength. It's definitely not the party of family. And to be a man and then vote for a woman just because she's a woman is either childish, that person has mommy issues, or they're just trying to be accepted by other women. And I heard the scientists say the other day that when a man votes for a woman, he actually transitions into a woman.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's what the science says.
Science says that.
There's so much to unpack there, and I am not trained in Freudian psychoanalysis, but look it up. He's got some weird, castration anxiety issues, even though I don't even believe in that theory, but you don't need a PhD in either comp lit or in psychology to understand how weird that is. And secondly, the idea that if you wanted to even transition if you were transgender and want to transition into to recognize that you are a woman, if all you needed to do was vote for a woman, trust me, people would be lining up. It'd be less expensive than hormone treatment and the rest of it. So it's transphobic. It's very telling about his fear of women being in power, that he can't share power with women. And it's creepy and weird. And good luck with that, guys. If this is what they're saying, they are desperate and they are losing. And I'm happy about that. But we only have 97 days. And just like I said, after the debate in June, the election is a lifetime away. Let's take this energy, let's take this joy, and let's take this focus and be good to ourselves, rest when we need to, and do the work. Sign up, get involved, knock on doors, and most importantly, check to see if you are registered to vote and where you vote. Sometimes these things change. Sometimes you could be kicked off the rolls. Make sure you are registered. Make sure your friends are registered, and we can do this. Okay, guys, I will see you later today for Legal Nerds live at 2 p.m. We've got some exciting guests who are going to reveal to you all the secrets and the details behind what it is to be a delegate and what we can expect out of Chicago. And please, 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 sign up by subscribing for free. Just click on that button to subscribe for free to Mary Trump Media so you do not miss any of our shows. We've got some secrets coming up in the coming weeks. I can't share them all with you now, but it is going to be off the chain. See you tomorrow.